There are stories in the Bible that comfort, others that convict, and then there are those that confuse, disturb, and stir something deeper. This is one of them. A prophet sent by God to cry out against evil is killed not by a sword, not by the king, not by the enemy, but by a lion, after being lied to by another prophet. And yet God doesn't stop the lie. He doesn't protect the obedient voice. Instead, he lets him die. Why? What was this message for us? Buried in a quiet story in 1 Kings 13. Let's go back to the day the man of God walked into Bethel. The assignment, a nameless prophet known only as the man of God, is sent from Judah to Bethel. Bethel was no longer the house of God. King Jeroboam had built a false altar there, leading Israel into idolatry. This prophet was a man on a mission with clear instructions. Cry against the altar, do not eat, do not drink, do not return the same way you came. And he obeys. He stands before the altar, in front of the king, and declares a future judgment. A child named Josiah shall be born. He will burn the bones of priests on this altar. And then something terrifying happens. The altar splits in two. Ashes spill to the ground. The king, enraged, points to the prophet and screams. Seize him, but his arm freezes mid-air paralyzed. God defends his prophet. The king begs, pray for me. And the man of God prays and the king's hand is healed. Jeroboam, now shaken, offers a gift, come home with me. Eat, rest. But the prophet says, no, even if you give me half your house I will not eat, drink, or return your way. For the Lord commanded me otherwise. He walks away obedient. So far, the old prophets lie. Nearby in Bethel lived an old prophet. He hears what happened, and sends his sons to find the man of God. When he reaches him, resting under an oak tree, he offers him food. Again the man of God refuses. The Lord forbade me. Then comes the lie. I too am a prophet. And an angel spoke to me saying, bring him back with you to eat and drink. Why did God allow this? Why would a prophet lie? Why would God not send fire from heaven to expose the deception? Yet the man of God listens. He goes back. He eats. He drinks. He disobeys. The pronouncement. As they sit at the table, the Spirit of the Lord suddenly comes upon the lying prophet. And this time he speaks truth. Because you disobeyed the command of the Lord, you will not be buried in the tomb of your fathers. The room goes silent, bread uneaten, wine untouched. The man of God finishes his meal quietly. He saddles his donkey. He leaves, and on the road a lion meets him. It kills him. Not the donkey, not the lion's prey, just him. The lion stands beside the donkey and the body, and they do not move, as if heaven itself has staged a scene. A still life of divine judgment, the burial and the warning. The old prophet hears of the death. He finds the body untouched by the lion. He mourns. He buries him in his own tomb, and cries, alas, my brother. He tells his sons, when I die, bury me beside him. What irony! The lying prophet becomes the eternal neighbor of the man he deceived. Two prophets. One obeyed, then failed. One lied, and repented, and God left their tombs side by side forever a warning. Sometimes, we want God to make sense. But here, we learn a haunting truth. Even God's own messengers are not exempt from obedience. Even truth speakers can fall to half-truths. And even when you begin well you must end in obedience. Why did God let the man of God die? Because obedience matters. Because he knew better. Because God's word is never to be overridden even by an angel, or a prophet, or a friend. This story isn't about cruelty. It's about fear of the Lord. It's about discernment. It's about how easily deception wears the mask of spiritual authority. May we learn, not just to hear God, but to finish the path he sets without turning back.